about the sun?
Doing all right. Good morning, you guys. We are on our way to Missouri for the Rotochopper field day. We're running a little bit late, so we got to kick up some dust. Let's go. Shortcut. It's a little chilly this morning, and also Courtney is blowing up my phone right now because she didn't know what time my flight was. So she did text me this morning and say, hey, hope you made it to the airport all right. I said, I don't think it leaves until this afternoon. So she's calling me as we speak right now, but I'm a little stressed out a little bit. She likes it. It made it. I was getting a little bit worried. They're getting towards the end of the baggage, coming off the little ramp there. So thank goodness, that feels great out here. Y'all got all the camera equipment.
Yes, we have a little bit. I think that side of the back seat is open.
All right,
More open.
I'm on it. Rick, good to see you, buddy.
You too, buddy. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Thank you for coming and picking me up.
Yeah.
Back in order down there.
Oh, we're trying to, man. We still got it. We still got a mess, but we're getting better day by day.
Okay, so question: do
All
you
right.
mind coming to the site?
I've got zero plans.
Okay.
Y'all, it feels amazing up here. It's like 60 degrees, sunny, low humidity, and so I thought I'd just give you guys just a little behind the scenes look. We're at Hansens Tree Service up here in Missouri. This is where Rotochopper is going to have their field day tomorrow, and I couldn't be more excited to be at this place. Looks like he's got maybe like a landscaping service. I see him offloading some sod off of a trailer. We've got some bins with aggregate over there. He's got a HyundaiLoader. So I just got here. I'm probably just going to jump in here and help these guys get this thing set up, and then I think we're going to get checked in at our hotel, going out to dinner, and then tomorrow's the big day and we'll get to grinding some trees. All right, we got the tables and chairs set out for the morning. Let's snoop around a little bit and see what we can see before tomorrow's event, because I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be a lot busier tomorrow. But right now it's just nice and quiet. Man, I'm telling y'all what, this temperature and this humidity up here feels amazing. That's what I want right there, guys. I want to take our retaining wall block, get us a clear span building over it to be able to keep our compost dry. So it looks like we got quite a few different colors of mulch. I'm assuming that's some type of top dressing or compost material. Looks like we got a grinding yard right across the way. And so I'm sure we'll find out a lot more about this fella who owns Hansen tomorrow and see what he's all about. But it looks pretty dang impressive so far. So I'm excited for tomorrow to see what Rotochopper's got in store for us. So I know it's going to be a good time. Hey, how the hell did you guys get in here already? So here is home sweet home for the next 2 nights, you guys. We're staying at the Holiday Inn Express. I think we're still somewhere near Springfield, Missouri. To be honest, I really don't know. It's been a whirlwind of a day, as traveling always is. We're fixing to go get something to eat right now. And then tomorrow, I'm ready to get this Rotochopper field day kicked off. Brr, it's freezing. A good freezing morning to you guys. Well, I'm here with my new buddy, Mike. And we are at Hansens Tree Service. And what town are we in?
We are in Republic, just outside Springfield.
Just outside Springfield, Missouri. So obviously y'all saw the footage of us getting flown up here and all. But I tell you what, this is a great looking spot you got here, dude.
Well, thanks, appreciate it.
Everything is clean. We really got our work cut out for us when we get back to Graniteville to get ready for our field day. But Rotochopper's in town. We're gonna do the field day here at Mike's place. We've got shredders, we've got grinders. We're gonna do all sorts of cool stuff today. And I gotta go ahead and tell Mike, thank you so much for this jacket he just gave me, because I didn't come prepared. I was shivering. I ain't used to this kind of cold, man, but it's gonna be a beautiful day up here today. We're gonna get footage from all around the entire site. But Mike, a little bit about your business here. So it's Hansens Tree Service. So exactly what do you guys do?
So we run tree crews. Okay. We do residential and commercial tree trimming and removals.
All right.
And then of course that made a waste.
Sure.
And so we started doing mulch. And so now we do compost, we do mulch, we do topsoils, different types of rock.
That's
we
awesome.
do food waste.
Yeah.
We don't do much composting at this
Yeah, because
facility.
y'all got a couple different
Yes,
spots, right?
our compost facility is about 30 minutes south of here.
Okay.
Where we do all the windrows just because it takes so much more space.
Oh, yeah.
So up here is primarily just where landscapers, tree services can come and dump their material, just like
so
your place.
you do allow folks to come here
Absolutely,
and dump their
absolutely.
waste, and then y'all process it and turn it into a usable, sellable material.
Yep, we grind it, we screen it, we color it. And then
Man.
people, residential people, landscapers all come here then and purchase product and then haul it out.
Fantastic. I love it. Well, guys, y'all hang in there with us today. That sun's gonna come up over the trees here in a little bit and hopefully warm us up a little bit, and we're gonna have a great time. And Mike, thanks again
Hey, thanks for
for
coming.
having us up here, buddy. I'm ready to have some fun, and let's get to grinding.
You bet.
Mike's such a cool dude, man. I sure appreciate him having us up here at the Rotochopper Field Day. We're over here by his sign right now. They just spruced it up a little bit yesterday, but man, don't this look good? Tell y'all what, it looks great, but I sure am jealous, and we've got our work cut out for us when we get back to Graniteville. So as y'all know, we're having our field day in about 2 weeks down in Graniteville at Gringo at our composting facility. Rotochopper's got a ton of equipment they're bringing down. We're also going to, of course, be running some of our big grinders. So if you're interested in seeing any of the Rotochopper equipment run at the field day at my place, I'll put a link in the description below. Go fill that out. Get yourself registered. We'd love to have you. But don't expect anything quite as nice as this upon entry to our place. Hell, I think our sign's still blown down from the hurricane, but super excited to host the event at our place. And the other cool thing about these events too is just networking, meeting nice folks like Mike and all the guys up here at Hansens Tree Service, you know, and just making new friends, learning new things about other folks' operation, seeing how those can play into our daily operation. It just helps out a lot, and you just meet some really cool folks. Morning, gentlemen. Morning. So obviously over here is where the registration will happen. They got the tent set up, and of course I'm assuming we'll eat lunch over here as well. This is their little retail yard. There's Miss Shelly right there. She runs it. Got a couple different bins over there with all their different mulch products and rock products. So folks will come over here to get loaded, and then let's walk across the street. That's where the actual green waste is getting dumped off and where the processing happens. Ooh, that sun's finally starting to come up, and it feels good. I think it was had a little frost on the windshield this morning when we came out of the hotel. I don't know what the actual temperature was, but it's brisk. Let's see what these guys are running for equipment up here. Looks like a very similar setup as to what we got back home. We've got a 960 right here with a work brow tip out bucket, and a 940 with a standard bucket on it right here. They got them a nice Cat 330 excavator with a grapple on it, and then a Cabelco SK350. Boy, that's a hoss right there. I saw this thing run just for a brief minute yesterday. I think this might be the answer for us back at Gringo versus our screw, or maybe just use the two in conjunction. But this thing is an absolute beast right here. I mean, it was chewing through some stumps yesterday. So this is a Nye HD, N-Y-E. I'm not familiar with this apparatus, but after seeing what it can do, I want one. This would help out a lot with the stumps that are going to be pouring into our site, because, you know, with the hurricane, a lot of the trees just blew or just fell over. So the stumps and everything came up out of the ground. We're already seeing a lot of stumps roll in, and they're problematic. But with that that apparatus right there, I think that could really help us reduce the size where we can feed it through our grinders. And then of course, here's the Rotochopper 75 DK, just like we have back at the landfill. I believe they're going to run some pallet material through it. I think we've got some spools here on the other side that they're going to run through it as well here in just a little bit. As soon as the field day kicks off, here in about 30 minutes or so. Pretty neat use of a tire. I might have to steal this idea, but they've got a beautiful site up here. The signage around the thing is just fantastic. It's nice and clean. They've got lights. It is just an ideal setup. Uh-oh, there goes the big girl, the B66L right there behind the Rotochopper truck. So they're probably getting ready to kick this thing off here in just a few minutes. So we'll kind of sneak around, give you guys a behind the scenes look before all the equipment fires up, and just give you a layout of the land. And Mike said that the majority of their tree makeup is all oak up here in Missouri. Not a lot of pine as we have back home, but some beautiful hardwood, but some massive stuff. And then I'm excited to see this MP2 run today. I've not seen one of these run. I can't remember the horsepower on this MP2, but a little bit of a smaller grinder. I assume we're going to do probably some more pallet waste through it as well, so it'd be cool to see what this guy can do. And then something I'm super jealous of, look at this beast right here. So this is an electric B66 grinder. So this will be comparable to our B66 that we have back home, just of course all electric. Got the light tower up here, nice concrete pad poured for it. This is a great looking setup. Oh, I like that too. That's another idea we're gonna have to take home with us. They've got them a nice screen rack over here. This thing is a beast right here, man. So they'll feed the trees into that end, of course. It'll get ground up. Then it's gonna hit this McCloskey radial stacker, so they could just make mountains of mulch right out here in the yard. Then over yonder, of course, we've got the 365 radial stacker from Rotochopper, as well as the 206 trommel screen that you can kind of see in the distance. But right now I want to go over here and check out these fellows on this Go Bagger, if we haven't missed the show already, and see them bag up some material. I didn't miss the show, did I?
No.
Okay. Okay, just getting it set up.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow.
Okay. So here's the Rotochopper Go Bagger, and as you may or may not just heard the fellas say, they were just testing it out, just making sure everything's running. So we'll get some footage of them actually bagging here in a little bit. But man, this is what we need right here, y'all. Got their scales where they can weigh up the bags once they're palletized. This is nice. Adam, you better not be breaking anything already today.
We're not breaking anything. We're not doing anything right.
All right, well, let's get back across the street. I think they're about to kick this thing off, and we're going to have a lot of fun today.
All right, so my name is Preston McIntyre. I think I have an opportunity to either know you or have met you a time or two. Joe Rashuber right here in the middle in the orange. If you don't know us, I mean, we're the sales guys here for the South Central United States. Just wanted to thank you guys for coming out today, joining us. I know that everybody, time is the one thing that we can't purchase. So we appreciate you guys taking your time to come join us, check out Rotochopper equipment, talk to some owners. We have people here who are Rotochopper owners. We have some that's not. You know, that's the nice thing about this event, is it gives you an opportunity for some side conversations. You guys might learn something from somebody else that might be 500 miles away from you. So thank you for coming. We have Mike Walker right here. He's the owner of Hansens Tree Service. His wife Sierra. Just want to thank you guys for letting us host this here. Thank you for getting your yard all set up. I've known Mike for probably about 9 or 10 years now. We first met, ironically, it was a Rotochopper field day, or Rotochopper demo day we had at our factory, and I actually kind of chased his father-in-law for years on some equipment. He has an operation in St. Louis. His son Chad now runs that operation, but Mike will tell you that he had to invite himself to the first demo day, which is not true. But so if he says that, he's lying. But anyway, it was something similar to this, where he received the invitation. There was a little interest, and he came, and I guess now he's owned 4 Rotochopper grinders, a bagger, and so we've had a good relationship over the years. So thank you guys for letting us host this event here. It means a lot to us. So today we're going to demonstrate several machines, as you guys know, maybe you've seen on the agenda, and 3 grinders, trommel screen, a shredder, stacking conveyor, and a bagger. And just throughout the day, you know, we're going to probably run each machine 15-20 minutes. We'll shut down, give you guys an opportunity to walk around the machine, ask some questions, climb all over it. we really want you guys to be able to look at that machine in a real world setting. So there might be somebody here that owns that model that you're looking at. If you know, you might learn something from there. And if you see any of the Hansens guys or Rotochopper people, ask any questions. And if there's something specific you want to see that we're not grinding, you know, maybe towards the end of the day we can make that happen. Hopefully this is something you leave here and you feel like it was a good use of your time. So with that said, let's go ahead and we'll walk on over and we'll take a look at our first machine.
All right,
So
do it to it. Uh-oh, the boss lady's here today.
Good morning. Are you warm?
I am.
Okay.
Thanks to my new jacket from my new buddy right here.
Oh, well,
yeah.
good. It's
Yeah.
a little brisk.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. We need to keep that in the shop.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. I guess we're gonna get this thing kicked off first with a demo of the Rotochopper MP2. The fellow with the cat and the grapple is gonna come over here, feed some of this pallet waste through it. Let's see what she can do. Is on the MP.
This is we've been doing a C7 or a C9. This is a C9 350.
350, okay.
We're running a 3-inch baffled screen in this.
Okay. You put the machine, the dust always blows in our faces.
That's just Mother Nature.
So it's kind of loud around there just a minute ago, but if you didn't hear Adam, this is a 350 horse machine running this material through a 3-inch baffled screen. And she is chewing through the pallet waste pretty dang good. And one thing I'm for sure envious of is that rotating grapple they got hooked to this cat. That would be a nice addition back home. There's a lot of folks from all over the country at this event today, and I was talking to a couple of guys from Houston a while ago, and know, it's kind of interesting as far as the hurricane cleanup and impact goes. You know, I remember hearing something about hurricanes going into Houston area, but after the news wears off, you kind of forget about it until you're directly impacted by one, like we were by Hurricane Helene there near Augusta, Georgia. I don't want to say you forget about other parts of the country, but once the news kind of goes away, it's just like, okay, well, what's next? But these fellas are involved in the hurricane cleanup there in Houston. They're interested in Rotochopper and wanted to know my history and my experience with Rotochopper. And y'all know I don't BS you on this channel, but if you are looking at anything to do with grinders or grinding equipment, give Rotochopper a call. They've got folks all over the country and different regions set up to help you learn more about it, but they're just great people to deal with, and I can't say enough good things about them.
If you are in a situation with pallets, you need to pull the nails out, we offer the crossbelt magnet, and it does a really good job. Couple things about this model. This is the only model that comes standard with a coloring system. If you want to make colored mulch, all our models are available with the coloring system if you want to use your grinder to not only grind but also make colored mulch. You know, in addition to that, this stuff's pretty dry. If you're in a situation where you need to keep your dust down, you can use that coloring system to just add water. No color, but it takes very little water to knock that dust down. So the tank you see in the back end, that's a water tank. That's just a surge tank. You have your water supply to that. We pull from there. And I mean, we're talking a few gallons a minute. Really, we'll do a good job of knocking that dust down. So you guys are welcome to walk around the machine. This is the MP2. I guess one other thing I'll add. So as you guys, if you're shopping for grinders, this is a tier 4 machine. All our grinders are tier 4. Any engine below 750 horsepower, 750 or below, is going to require DEF. So this one has DEF on it. Your DEF consumption is going to be somewhere between 5 and 7% of your diesel fuel consumption. But even our larger machines, when you get above 750, which is why the Caterpillar C18 engines are 755, they're still tier 4, but there's no DEF on those engines.
Coloring system, is there any cleanup on it?
There would be, you know, after you
very little, or
very little. You can reverse the pump to bring back any color that's in your lines, or you can also just put a 5-gallon bucket of water, put your color hose in there, and just suck clean water through.
because they're wanting to go to color at our plant different ways.
Sure.
I don't know nothing about it.
Well, the MP2 sure did make some nice looking chips, but as Preston was saying a while ago, definitely would include a cross belt magnet to pull all the nails out of the pallets before you get in here and want to do anything to make this into a sellable product. Hey, I can film you too.
It's a film off.
Yeah, yours is bigger. I'm gonna edit that part out of my video.
Stay out here and load and everybody be out of his way.
We're gonna get on this side, boys.
Wherever you want the dust to go, just let me walk over there, because it will follow me. Now this is one I've been wanting to see run for quite some time, guys. So we looked at this earlier. This is the electric B66. They're going to do a regrind with it, and definitely a much quieter startup than our B66L with the 1,000 horsepower engine in it. I think they're going to try to keep obviously all the folks over there. You definitely don't want to be on this end, because if anything does come out of the chamber, it's going to be coming from that direction right there. And it looks like they're going to feed it with the Hyundai 960 with the tip out bucket, and I would assume it's going to be that material right there, but we'll find out here in just a second. and she is throwing off some material off the end of that belt, you guys, and it's just such a quiet operation, man. I wish we had power at our site and didn't have to burn so much diesel. So I was just talking with Mike, the owner, and he said that this electric unit will take about 12 minutes for that rotor to finally quit spinning, but he said this is one of the best things that he's done going with the electric model. So this is a 500 horse electric motor. However, he did say that it can hang with the B66L 1000 horsepower diesel unit on the other side of the street. It can hang with it on a regrind. Also, one of the biggest things you've got to consider when purchasing a big grinder like this is the initial cost. And so you're probably going to be about half of what you would spend on a diesel unit just because of that massive cat motor. You'll be about half. So if we got the power and don't need to move the machine around a lot, this would be a great way to go. So while we're waiting on the electric grinder to finish spooling down, everybody's made their way over here to the MT206 trommel screen. I believe they're screening up some compost. Now our buddy Mike, the fellow that owns the place who we met earlier, they've got several different locations here in this area. So they're making this compost at a separate site, just truck it in here to run it through the trommel screen to get out any of those bigger, bulkier items out of it and wind up with a nice, fine, finished compost product. Up a little bit, but anyway, you can see all the larger items getting separated out in the trommel screening process, and you wound up with this beautiful stuff right here. That's the beauty of having a radial stacker right here, folks. So as that trommel screen is feeding the stacker, somebody, I don't know who's got the remote, they just hit a button on the remote and remove that stacker, so you could just literally make a curved wall of finished product and stockpile the heck out of material with minimal effort. Pretty slick little setup right here, y'all. Adam, what size screens in the trommel?
We got 1/2-inch screens in the trommel.
Half, okay. I think it's a beautiful final product there, man. So here in this pile, you've got your finished, beautiful, sellable soil amendment compost, and over here, this is the material that we're trying to get out. Now, this has still got value to it because this still has a lot of microbes left on it from the composting process. So what we do at home, we'll take these are called overs. We'll take these overs, reintroduce them into new compost windrows, and all those microbes that are left clinging on to these overs will then inoculate that pile, just give it a boost, give it a kick to jumpstart the composting process all over again. All right, guys, lunchtime is over. It's warming up nicely. I was actually able to shed my jacket off, just got my hoodie on, and they've got the Rotochopper 75 DK shredder fired up. Looks like they're gonna grind through some pallet waste, some of those wooden spools. Let's go check it out. Man, I am jealous of that rotating grapple. I can't get up close and get y'all some good cruncho vision on this one because the dust and everything's flying that way. Plus, I'll probably get yelled at for getting a little too close on this one. This is just like the 75 DK that we have at our landfill, and the biggest advantage that we've seen to this machine, and we'll look at it in a minute, is all of the metal contamination that this machine is able to safely extract from the wood material before it goes through a high-speed machine. Guarantee you, after the hurricane and after all the power lines that went lot of spools that are going to need to be shredded back home. And so the 75 has got a tip pan on it here. We've got a fella right there controlling it with the remote control, so he can adjust that pan up and down as he wants to help material feed down into the twin rotor system. And per usual, we walk on this side of the pile and the dust comes this way. You can see it's already kicked out a good sized pile of metal. Y'all, I can see a rotating grapple in our very near future. That thing is slick. It'd be great for feeding the logs into our B66 too.
So this has got a 2.5 yard hopper, and this machine is not to be confused with a fully automated form, fill, seal operation. You know, we designed this machine, gosh, 18, 20 years ago, and it was for customers that are in the mulch business. They have people that like their mulch, but they don't have pickups, and they wanted the way to buy that mulch in a bag rather than go to Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart. And so this is a machine that we designed to be able to bag rocks, sand, compost, mulch. You can run it with one person, you can run it with 4 or 5, any number in between. And it's fully self-contained. You don't need anything else to run it. It's a Kubota diesel engine powering a belt-driven generator to provide us electricity. And then we're also powering a hydraulic motor. Your hydraulic cylinders and hydraulic motors that's doing the bagging action. This is the same motor that's on the grinders. So we've really built this machine, probably overbuilt it for what we're asking it to do, but that just means it's gonna last you a long time. So the beauty of this thing is you pull it behind a pickup, you can be out in the middle of nowhere and be set up and running. All you need is your material, your bags, and some support equipment to put material in the hopper. Set up here, but there's load cells on the bagging head, and our control panel is digital, so you can determine how many pounds of product you want in your bag. When you step on the pedal, the belt turns on, the jaws will open up, it holds that bag is suspended in the air, because as product's coming out of the hopper into the bag, that bag is being weighed by the load cells right here. And so if you've set it at 24 pounds, when it gets to that set point, the hopper belt's going to stop, the jaws are going to close, and you have a filled bag. And then your operator number 2 just pulls it over to the sealer. There's another foot pedal there. Pull the top edges to the sealer, step on the pedal, and you have a sealed bag. You know, if you're working with a few people, you can get to a pretty good rhythm and really maximize what this machine can do. But again, it's designed to allow people to get into the bagging business without spending $1 million on a fully automated system with a building and robots and everything. You might work your way into it, which I've had customers do that. They start with this machine, they run it for 3 or 4 years, really kind of prove to themselves, hey, I do have an opportunity with being in the bagging business. This is no longer, you know, enough, and that's a great problem to have. We like to see that, and yeah, then they can move into the full bagging system. So the Go Bagger 250. Anybody got any questions?
Preston, these can be used for the erosion control sock too, right?
Yeah, that's right. So basically there's one option available on this machine, and it's the erosion sock attachment. And what that does is we have an attachment that you would remove the bagging head, couple bolts, remove the bagging head, and then we have a erosion sock attachment, which is essentially an auger inside a pipe, almost like making sausage. And it'll fill the erosion socks with your product. So essentially 2 machines in one with the erosion sock attachment.
Cool.
With that said, we'll do the demonstration with the B66L. We can start to walk our way up there. Dale, our truck driver, is going to pull it up. We're going to show getting the machine off the dolly and then tracking over to this green waste pile. So we can start heading back up the hill.
All right, y'all, time to bring the big girl in. Got our buddy Dale and the Rotochopper KW is going to come over here. We're going to take a look at how the track and dolly system works on this B66L. Dale, I bet you've done this a time or two, hadn't you?
Just a few. Yes, sir. Thank you for asking. Probably not as often as Mark and Jesse, though.
But I'm sure you've done it your fair share.
Yeah. Yeah.
The truck looks great, man.
Thank you very much.
You take care of that girl, don't you?
I try.
Pretty dang easy, ain't it?
Sweet.
The one thing with Rotochopper that I give them credit for is they like easy, and so do I. With that track and dolly system, you saw how quick it was. You know, mobility with such a large grinder in that short amount of time makes all the difference in the world when you're moving around. Hey, did you get to ride in that truck a while ago?
Yeah.
That was cool, man. You want to be on the YouTube channel? Yeah. Tell me your name again, buddy.
Brantley.
Brantley, that's right. Brantley, good to meet you. Good job riding in that truck. All right, you check the channel out now. You're gonna be on it.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
See y'all. All right, let's walk down here, see what kind of feedstock they're gonna feed into the B66. I think we'll go back up and fly the drone around a little bit and try to get y'all a top-down shot. Here comes the dust. Never fails. So for those of you who are new to the channel, if you like watching the shredders and grinders run, go back in some of our older videos. We got a pile of shredding videos.
And where's your layers?
I done delayered, man. I beat you to it.
No, I just stand in there. I'm like, it's starting to get hot. I need to lose it.
Oh, it feels wonderful out here today, man. Weather turned out nice.
I don't know how y'all do it, but
What are they gonna do now, Mike?
they're just gonna blow through some pallets just to show everybody
with,
some pallet
with the B66.
Yep, with the B.
Sweet.
Which has got some big screens in it, so it's just gonna make
What size screens do we have in it? You know?
6-inch square.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's gonna chew through that.
She'll love it.
So these big screens in here, like Mike was saying, these pallets ought to fly through this B66. Let her eat.
Let her eat. You're gonna be on YouTube.
Let the big dog eat.
No pressure.
No.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and put money on it and say the dust cloud is gonna come right towards me.
You think?
I think so. Yeah. Always does.
I'm betting against you.
Always does.
We're safe right here.
All right, we'll see. I hope you're right.
We're safe. I feel it. Oh yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. Maybe.
Maybe.
Come on up.
All right. You're smart.
Oh yeah, look at that going blowing across there. Those guys.
Yeah,
look
get
at
those
them.
guys. We'll watch.
They don't know.
We'll watch them run here in a second. They about to find out though.
Now how's it blowing at it?
Dude, I told you. I told you.
Like a tornado.
Every single time.
It is blowing back this way now.
I'm a dust magnet. Here it goes. I told you. Give me my money, Mike.
I knew we were supposed to go over there. I'm getting tired of moving. Why did you tell us to stand over here?
It's every single time, y'all. I don't know what it is. Oh, she's hungry. They're gonna double feed her. So we got the other Hyundai on the other side with the tip bucket, the 940 on this side just feeding the big girl. And look at that stream coming off the belt. That is crazy. They're even having trouble just keeping her fed with 2 loaders. With those large screen sizes though, the material's able just to get ground up and shoot right through. Coming off the belt. Wow. Well, Sierra, how many years has it been since y'all had rain? Like,
It seems like a real long time.
it is some kind of dusty. The machine disappeared there for a second while ago.
Yeah, you get a whole other type of haze that comes with
Yes, you
the
do.
dust bowl here.
Went through some material though.
Yes, it's lovely.
70, either 950 horse or 1050 horsepower. We also offer it with the C32 at 1200 horsepower. An option on this machine is our crossbelt magnet. So this is a unique magnet for horizontal grinders in the sense that we can hydraulically raise and lower that material. So in a situation like we were now, or just now, grinding pallets through 6-inch screens, of course that's not finished mulch. That's just kind of doing initial size reduction and blowing through it. You want to get that magnet up a little bit. Otherwise, there's so much material going up that belt, it'll bridge and get hung up there. So in a primary grind situation, lane clearing, pallets where you're feeding with a couple different machines, we'll raise that up. You can either do it with remote control or on the panel of the machine. And then whenever you go back to do a regrind, where your throughput's not going to be quite as high, you can lower that to be as low as you want and really to maximize that nail removal. This also has a magnetic head pulley. all Rotochopper models, with the exception of the MP2, of course, we saw we weren't pulling out nails on that first grinder. This has got a head pulley magnet also. So the great thing about the two magnets is, one, the crossbelt magnet is a far superior magnet than a head pulley magnet, but it's pulling from above. So it gets the vast majority of the nails. But if it doesn't get a nail, it's probably because it's on the bottom side or the closest part of the rubber belt, which that's where the head pulley magnet comes into play. That's gonna grab what's closest to the belt. So the two working together, they do a great job getting maximum nail removal. Doesn't mean that you're gonna need absolutely every nail that goes through. You can still get some go through there when your burden is deep, but the combination of the two work really well. And there's a pile of nails over there where the crossbelt magnet was spitting them off to the side. So if you walked over there, you'd see kind of a pile of nails. But this machine right here, 66-inch wide. The power feed opens up 38 inches tall. The L, or the B66 model, is a 42-inch diameter rotor from tip to tip. So it's the same exact rotor in this machine as it is the electric machine. Same infeed, all of that. It's just obviously this machine had a little bit more horsepower and it's diesel. So you guys are welcome to walk around. Any questions, just let us know.
Mike, I think that went pretty dang well, buddy.
I agree.
And I want to thank you. Appreciate the hospitality. And your site here, it's awesome, dude.
Well, thanks.
I'm jealous. I got to get home, get ours cleaned up, get to work, and hope you guys can make it down in a few weeks. But again, thanks for hosting this event. I think it just went fantastic.
Agreed. Thank you for coming.
We sure appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks much.
Well, guys, that is going to wrap up the Rotochopper Field Day here at Hansens Tree Service in Missouri. Again, special thanks to Mike and all the crew up here for all their hospitality. If you want to come attend the one that's going to be at our place in about 2 weeks, check that link in the description box below. We'd love to have you. Appreciate you watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you don't mind. We'll see you on the next one.